There. 1,354,618 plus the 36 from the fight that I just won is 654. Okay, now back to FF3. So I'm pretty sure we're at the final dungeon in FF3. The Silk's Tower, I think, is a tower that we need to get through the ancient ruins in order to have access to. I had started to explore something called Ancient Ruins before, and then eventually backed out because, because it felt like there was more stuff, like, that I still needed to do stuff with Durga and Une. That appears to have been correct. But assuming that we're at the final dungeon, this final dungeon is famously difficult. I'm not really sure why. We'll find out why. But when people say, generally speaking, when people have bad things to say about FF3J, it's because they didn't like the final dungeon. Couple other things I want to do. We just got access to 3 new jobs. One of them is a summoner that's probably capable of summoning Bahamut and Leviathan. And maybe, like, doing way more damage with them and stuff. Yeah, so we just got 3 new jobs. I want to explore those. I also... So currently I'm using 2 M Knights. I want to find the M Knight village again. Because I think there was armor for sale. One of my M Knights doesn't have a helmet. I have a general idea where that Magic Knight village is. It's supposed to be west of the massive city. I'm on my way towards that now. So the massive city should be a little bit northeast of where I am. So I think in this mountain range. Okay, so that's Massive City. Salonia or something. Yeah, so here... I'm looking for a helmet that can be worn by my second M Knight. One of my M Knights has Genji helmet. The other M Knight has nothing. Okay, it's just ordinary armor. Never mind. Okay, well that solves that. Okay, we're gonna go to the final dungeon. Thankfully, our big airship includes an inn, and includes a vending machine that sells high potions. I think final dungeon is up here. And if not, then it's on the western continent. It's in the northeast... no, northwest section of one of the major continents. But it feels like I've done most or all of the optional content. And basically what's left is just final dungeon. If I need to grind... if I need to grind, the dungeon that Bahamut was in, seemed to be by far the best source of experience points. So if the final dungeon isn't better than that, then we might end up grinding in Bahamut's lair. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. AKRD. Are you hyped for Dragon Warrior... not Dragon Warrior. I would be hyped for Dragon Warrior. Are you hyped for Final Fantasy III Endgame? Okay, are you chilled for the games and the grind? Or merely hyped? Okay, so I think there's a dungeon to get to that tower, and that tower is Silk's tower. And both of the keys that we just got, one of them, I think, is a key to get into the tower, and the other is a key for something inside the tower. Or maybe the tower leads to another dungeon. And the Eureka key leads to the other dungeon or something. If this is the case, then probably we're going to be able to save, on the world map between the perimeter thing and the actual tower. So that would be nice. But we won't have access to our airship if we do that. So first I'm going to do some experimenting with the new character classes. Probably will take at least one of them, and probably will take at least one thief. Warlock, Shaman, and Summoner. Okay, Warlock sounds like a better Black Wizard. And then probably Summoner is what you're expected to do. Okay, that's surprisingly good defense. Okay, we need a spell that's better than Quake. Okay, so that's way more casts. We just went from 9 casts of Quake to 14 casts of Quake. From 10 Fire 3s to 17 Fire 3s. So I think this is literally just an improved Black Mage. So probably then Summoner is just an improved Conjurer. So then, if that's the case, is Shaman an improved White Wizard? If that would be really, really nice if true. So currently, Kevin has 14, 13, so ignoring level 1 at 22, it's 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 0. So 14 and then descending. If Shaman is just an improved White Wizard, that would be really, really great. Okay, it looks like that might be it. Yeah, that's it. So, instead of 14 and then descending, it's 29, 26, 23, 20, 17, 14, 10. We just went from 9 Cure 4s to 14 Cure 4s. Yeah, so Kevin is definitely going to be a Shaman. I think we have our endgame party. Okay. Let's get maxed out on... Actually, let's see. Okay, our inventory is basically empty. We have 94 high pots. That's fine. Okay, so these new jobs are awesome. Okay, let's go all in on magic. Let's get everything that we're supposed to have. We can afford basically everything now. Okay, still no level 8. Still no level 8. Heal probably cures all status. How am I doing? I'm doing acceptably well. How is the game? It's mediocre. Except Final Fantasy VII is awesome. But this game, FF3 Japanese, is mediocre. In context, it's fine. The context being, like, the level 99 grind, and needing something to fill the time. To distract myself from, like, you know, the grinding. In that context, this is totally... It's acceptable. But it's not a game that I would recommend people, like, go out and play. I do recommend people go out and play FF7, though. Okay, so Ancient's Labyrinth is probably a dungeon that's going to lead to the final dungeon. Oh, and we need to test, and I need to have equipment ready for a thief. Because at some point, we're probably going to want to run away from Enks. And I need to have, you know, thief armor and thief weapons and stuff like that. Or when somebody turns into a thief to be able to run away. Actually, another thing. Tier 2 is a level 3 spell. And my M Knights should be able to cast it. One of my M Knights has Cure 1. Yeah, I need to go buy another Cure 1, and 2 Cure 2s, so that my M Knights have those available. Okay, we have some more accounting to do before we actually go into the dungeon. Ba 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 da. So, it's not a bad game, but there are better games that you could spend your time on if you were just playing video games recreationally. It's more of a source of confusion than suffering. And the confusion is about why did they decide to do it this way? What made them think this was a good idea? Like that sort of thing. Are you playing FF7 Remake now? The nice thing about FF7 Remake is that it will cure you of your desire to play Rebirth. Or Part 3, whatever they call Part 3. Hey, it's Chip. Oh, I did some reading. So, do you like how we're doing progressive, like, few words at a time conversation about a transaction, over the course of, like, weeks? So I did some reading, and I think it's probably, a Workstation Z, like... No. I looked up what the series is for, like, what you described, and apparently it's got a proprietary HP motherboard that can only fit in its case. Because, like, the shape of the motherboard is, like, designed exactly for that case. And it's got 4 PCIe slots, 2 of which will be covered by the graphics card, and there's 2 more slots. I think that's okay. I was looking... So I have a pretty good idea of what the motherboard is, and I think I can work with that motherboard. It's a little bit limiting, but I think overall it's worth it. My main concern is the relative lack of PCIe expansion. 2 slots are taken by the graphics card. Thankfully, I purposefully have a thin graphics card. I have a graphics card that doesn't bleed over into slot 3 whatsoever. So slots 3 and 4 will, for me, remain available. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to the floating island. But, like, I will end up instantly filling all of the PCIe slots. Yeah, so if you send pictures, then I'll ask some questions. And then probably a week later, you'll answer those questions, and then I'll be like, alright, great. I'm guessing that's how things will play out. Have I heard of Sun O? Who hasn't heard of Sun O? That's the drone metal artist that is like extremely popular for some reason. Like, it's the drone metal artist that people who don't know what drone metal is still know about. You know what I mean? Kind of like how people who don't know what death metal is know about Cannibal Corpse. They're like the Cannibal Corpse of drone. Drone metal. So yes, I've heard of them. Okay, so we need to find... I'm looking for shops that sell Kier and Kier 2. Oh, wrong way. Probably here. Here should be available, like, right from the very beginning of the game. Okay, that's Pier. Not as good. Do you know who Guar is? Yeah, of course. Who doesn't know who Guar is? Or, okay, one way that you could ask that is, do I know the names of each of the individual members of the band? No, I don't know that. But do I know about the band? Yes. Do I know about their gimmick and stuff, and, like, how they like, spray fake blood on the audience? And normally, you're supposed to go to a Guar concert in a white shirt that you don't mind getting destroyed. Do I know all of that stuff? Yes. Do I know the individual names of every member of the band? No. In that sense, I don't know Guar. Do I know them personally? No. I don't personally know anybody in Guar. Okay, so MD needs a cure. DJ has a cure. What is their other gimmick? Do you mean their costumes? And, like, the idea that they're, like, space aliens from the future or some shit? And, like, they dress up as, in these, like, massive costumes and have stage names about, like, how they're a giant tortoise of doom or some shit like that? Is that what you mean? Because to me, that's not really a gimmick. That's just how they present themselves. Like, does Slipknot's masks count as a gimmick? Oh yeah, of course the costumes have genitals, obviously. Happens to be pig's blood? Okay. Oh, so that probably annoys certain people. That probably annoys vegans, I would guess. Okay, so we've got 2 cures. Now I want to find a shop that sells Cure 2, which I think is also on Floating Island somewhere. So, there's a Beavis and Butthead video game. Yeah, vegans are delicious, so that is important. Your wife should keep that in mind. There's a Beavis and Butthead video game, I think, where, like, the goal of the video game, like, to win the game, is to get GWAR tickets. I think this was, like, a Super Nintendo era game. Or, like, 16-bit era game. Wrong way. Hey, turtle. $150 stream streak? That's a lot of streaking. Congratulations on your streak. Have you beaten Dimensive? Dimensive's gonna have to show his streak. Hey, KRD. KRD's only got a 5 streak. Oh. They don't care? I'm so shocked. Okay, Cure 2. Nice. Okay. Now MD and D and DJ, my M Knights, both have Cure and Cure 2. Beautiful. Okay, now we're ready. You know what would be fantastic? If Twitch was coded in such a way that you were allowed to share a 420 stream streak. You know how the numbers seem to be kind of arbitrary? They should have thought of that. So when you reach 420 streams, you should be able to share that number specifically. Okay, so the next thing we need to do... Alright, Dimensive and Turtle are still tied. You're now both tied at 150. Okay, so the last thing is that I need to prepare a thief character. It's every 5? Okay. Every 5 you get the option, so 420 will be an option. Ba 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna make a special incentive for people who reach 420 stream streaks. You manage to make it that far, you'll get a Star Trek card. How's that? Now you got something on the line. Shit just got real. Ba 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 da. Ba 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 da. Okay, so we need to get a set of equipment for... Okay, so right now, MD has... Kiku, Kotetsu, Genji Helm, Crystal Armor, and Crystal Glove. Okay, first I'm gonna save. This is, experimenting and stuff. Okay, we're saved in slot 1. Well, that's why I keep it around, Amy. So, actually, if you spend most of your attention down here, you might be interested in my, my alt account. I'll shout myself out. Have you heard of Fiscal Lizard? They were last seen playing Final Fantasy VII. Take a look at that account. You might be interested in watching that. He and I are never streaming at the same time for some reason. Okay, so we need to get a set of equipment for a thief. Because we're probably going to be using the escape ability. Okay, he'll equip that. I'll take that. Okay, we'll have shields available. How many days? So if you want to know full history with extreme detail, stream by stream, then take a look at the grind document that I just linked to, and click on the progress tab. And then all of your questions are going to be answerable from that information. But it looks like we reached level 75 on stream 52, which was September 24. And we arrived on level 81 on stream 64, which was October 11. But all of the data is there. Okay, Dark Hood is probably the best for him. Hey, Dino. Yeah, the level that we're on right now is by far the biggest level. Hey, Tristic. Happy grind day to you as well. We're having a grind day today. Who could have guessed? Okay, so we need to figure out... So first of all, he needs ice. Okay. Then we've got to figure out what we're going to have, what our loadout is going to be for him. I think main gauche sucks. So it's either Orichalcon times 2. Orichalcon times 2 is attack 110. Orichalcon 1 is 55. Air Knife is 70. Main Gauche is 40. Okay, so... Air Knife and Orichalcon together is the best. And then for helmet, we have two options, Dark Hood and Ice Helmet. Ice Helmet's 18. Dark Hood is 19. We're taking Dark Hood. Our armor options are Dark Suit. It looks like just a Dark Suit. We have Power or Thief. Thief increases Strength and is Defense 30. Power increases Strength and is Defense 31. Power is probably better for somebody else. Thief Glove is probably the way to go. But Genji Glove is really good defense. And he can't use power. Okay, I guess he's doing power instead of thief. Okay, now we're gonna do a little bit of testing. To see if we can escape from fights. Will this dungeon allow us to escape? I think this dungeon doesn't allow us to warp. It doesn't allow us to exit. But can we use the escape command to get away from fights? $420 damage, nice. Ouch. Okay, yes we can. So it's worth keeping him around. It's worth keeping a set of equipment for a thief around. Okay, diamond we don't need. Thief we don't need. Crystal glove we need. Rune we don't. Crystal armor we need. Genji helmet we need. I'm keeping the crystal and Genji shields in case we want to take a more defensive build. Kiku and Kotetsu we keep. Ashura we probably don't need. I'll dump Ashura. Probably I should dump the shields as well. Yeah, I'll leave the shields for now. Hey Retro J, hey Solid Snake. Oh, dump this. And dump this. Okay, we're good now. So now we can unequip our thief. Turn him back into an M Knight. And then Kiku. Kotetsu. Genji. Crystal. Crystal again. Crystal. And then I can put away the other Kotetsu. Okay. We should be good to go. We have basically the ability to change classes into a thief on the fly. Everybody's set? As far as I can tell, we're ready for the final dungeon. Let's do this. Ancient's Labyrinth. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Yeah, I've heard both good and bad things about it. Like, I've definitely seen long threads, like on Reddit, about, of people complaining about the final dungeon. I'm not certain that this is the final dungeon, but I'm aware that there are a lot of people that very much dislike the final dungeon. I think last time that I was here, I only had one M Knight. Now I don't even have to cast spells to kill a greater demon first turn. So the good news is that we're apparently able to escape from X. So if we run low on resources, or if we want to save, we should be able to just, like, go back to the beginning, using the escape command on the way. And, unlocking these final jobs, so I get, like, way the fuck more casts of my healing spells and my attack spells. With the enhanced version of the Black Wizard and White Wizard, that's really nice. Also, M Knights are apparently super ultra fucking badass. So the game has given us a lot of resources to work with. So it's reasonable for them to put up a pretty big challenge now. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. And the fact that M Knights can use, low-level White Mage magic is really nice. So both of my M Knights have both Cure and Cure 2. The amount of healing that I have now compared to, like, 1 hour prior to this is massive. So I pretty much remember the way forward from when I was doing a little bit of exploration of this dungeon before. I cleared this screen already. Only 33,000 experience left to finish level 81. And reach level 82. I think we're supposed to go to the right, from where we are now. Not like it makes much difference, we're so close to the entrance. The end of this hall is as far as I've made it in the dungeon. This is now new territory. Okay, we've got King Behemoths. Classic Final Fantasy endgame enemy. Okay, they've got a lot of hit points. I suppose there are a few video games out there, a few RPGs, that don't give you options. Yeah, the numbers, so if you're talking about the numbers that appear, that are flashing, like, to the upper left of the enemy, like, sprite, when MD, who is the character in slot 1, targets an enemy, then that enemy will be indicated with the 1. And so forth. Basically, it's just to let you know who you've targeted with who, so far. In case you, like, somehow forgot. Pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-da. So in FF1, you make your choice at the very beginning of the game. Here you can update your choice as you play. Oh, and then in FF1, if we're talking about the indicator thing, so in this game, for physical attacks, if you end up physically targeting an enemy that's no longer alive, then you'll end up physically attacking a random enemy. In FF1, you keep attacking the dead space. However, in this game, in FF3, magic attacks against a dead space continue to target the dead space. You ordered Vanilla Sky Blu-ray? Nice. Sadly, I only have it on DVD. This is all I've got. I need more Vanilla Skies. I need this on VHS. This is the best movie, by the way. This is the Final Fantasy VII of movies. Yeah, this one's really good. I rate it in the top 1. You know how sometimes you hear, like, hey, this is in the top 20? That one's in the top 1. It definitely did come out on VHS. So when I bought my VCR on eBay, the eBay seller, in order to prove that it was working, had it hooked up to, like, took a picture of it, hooked up to a TV, and playing Vanilla Sky on VHS. I asked if he still had the Vanilla Sky, and he had already sold it. Yeah, a movie being the best movie is a pretty good reason to get that movie. So I can't fault your reasoning. But yeah, it's a pretty old movie. Absolutely, video cassettes still existed back then. Crystal Helm, fuck yeah. Now we've got defense. Also I need to get it on Laserdisc. I'm pretty sure it exists on Laserdisc. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Oh, and now that PS4s are Blu-ray players, right? So if I had Vanilla Sky on Blu-ray, I could watch it using a PS4. We finally have a reason to get a PS4. Now I understand why people get PS4s. So they can watch Vanilla Sky.